great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 508 of the Immigration Answer Show. I'll be here for the next hour answering your immigration law-related questions. If it's about U.S. immigration, I will do my best to answer it. Go ahead and let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We got all the usual suspects here. Robert's here. Kadisha's here. H&M, Dammy, Yu Yin, West 4, Michael Samuel. Everybody's here. Notorious, Omar. Notorious is representing Chicago, the Windy City, the city of broad shoulders, the home of your Chicago Bears. How's everybody doing? We got Montreal in the house. We got Times Square in the house. That's funny. I once did a podcast for my other venture from Times Square. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Is 2024 off to a good start for you? I sure hope it is. Zoe's here. Laura's here. Carolyn is here. Pineapple Lemon in the house. Good to see everybody. Patrick Papa is watching in Las Vegas. What's going on in Vegas? I wish I was in Vegas right now. I'd go see U2 at the Sphere. That's what I'm talking about. City the slowest field office? I don't know about that, Notorious. I don't know about that. I don't think Chicago's the slowest. I think there's some that are a lot slower. I am upstairs in the conference room because we had a little incident at the office today. Apparently, the heater made a big loud bang, and then smoke started coming out. So I walked back in right after the smoke, and everybody was freaked out. So there's somebody down there banging on the pipes, and my room's hotter than hell. So I like doing it on the laptop a little bit better myself. I like being close to the action. We got a lot of friends here today. Let's start off with one of our favorite friends, Timitepe. How you doing, buddy? Back in.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
Yeah, sorry, sir. I'm trying to put on the lights. So, thank you and Happy New Year for everything. We thank you for everything that you have been doing for us. I think I have two questions. The first one is it when somebody want to file for Vawa, if you don't have the police report, is it possible for the person to file for Vawa or not?
It's possible, but it makes it a lot harder.
Oh, it make it a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you guys, okay, don't worry. I'll tell the person to call you. So the second one is that I saw it. I think I had that question before, but I'm just going to repeat it. There's not anything that someone that you already denied for the asylum and the company willingly wanted to help him. There's nothing they can do for him.
If somebody, what about asylum?
That is already be referred to court in his asylum.
Yeah, then all he has is asylum in court. He's got to raise it as a defense to deportation.
So there's no the company that is working for that want to help him, they cannot do it.
No.
Okay. Thank you so much, boss.
Bye, Mr. Bay. See you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Later. All right. Peter's here. Hello, Peter.
Good evening. Hi, Mr. Jim.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes. I think I have. I'm interested in. I've divorced that lady I told you about. I was with. So we are in the. Yes, because he has a very. He cheated on me, so I can't. From where I'm coming from, I cannot be sleeping with the same woman that cheated on me. I'm a cultural man from Nigeria, so we have a lot of things that surround us. So I have to divorce her, and we are separated now. So, but there's something I want to ask you, a quick question. Like now, Hello?
I'm here, buddy.
Okay. If, I have missed asylum. I've missed asylum to file asylum now. Can I use withholding so that I can be able to get work permit? Is
Okay.
it possible?
So let's start over. What's your big question? What's the big thing you want to know?
Okay, I want to know whether I can use withholding and get a work permit for work. Yeah.
Withholding, maybe. I mean that. So, are you in deportation court right now?
No, I've not. No. I know I came as a student. I think I told you my story. I came as a student,
Dude,
but
I have 20 people tell me their story every day. I don't know. I don't remember any story.
Okay. I came as a student. I had an issue. My father died, so since I didn't attend the school again, I went for 6 months. Had financial issues.
So when did you enter?
I entered 2021
In
December.
the spring or the fall?
December, yeah, for spring semester.
And when did your father pass away?
Okay, my father passed away immediately I came.
After you came or before you came?
After I came.
How long after you came?
Just 1 month and.
So 1 month after you came to America, your dad passed away?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, so you only lasted 1 semester in school, so that means you're out of school in May of 22. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, then what happened?
So I later married. I got married in November last year with this lady now that cheated on me. That we are separated now.
Well, that didn't take long. What was the problem with the marriage?
No, we every time he be talking about that, he just green card I want to get, and just that we're incompatible, that we can't be together every time. Just a certain things she'll be doing. If I correct her, she don't want to take correction. The thing is not matching. The love is no longer there. So,
well, was it ever there? Was it ever there, or was it just to get a green card?
No, we are really low. She always tell me that just green card that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I was telling her that.
Hold on. What's the date of your marriage?
Okay, November 16th, 2022.
Did she file for an I-130 for you?
She have not even filed. She don't want to file anything.
So no immigration got started.
Yes, nothing. We have not started anything.
Okay, and so now are you one of you filing for divorce or no?
Yeah, I'm filing for divorce. Yes.
You are?
Yeah, because he had a son. The guy that he had a son with was deported to Mexico because the guy committed what did they call it? He molested a little child.
Wait, so this person that you married was married to a different immigrant before?
No, he's not married. They were in relationship.
Wait, who is it? Oh, okay. So let's call this lady that you married. Let's call her Mary, okay? So
yeah.
Mary was married to a guy from Mexico who got deported for molesting a little kid, or not married,
no.
Had a child with.
Yes, he had a child with. Yes.
Okay, so what's your question for me?
Okay, the question is this: I've separated from her because she's on a government assistant. Also, she's on a Section A housing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've separated from her due to the marriage is no longer working. So now we are filing a divorce. So I want to ask you a question like about can I use, since I have missed asylum time now, to file for asylum?
Yeah. So withholding is only something that you file when you're in deportation. The only way you would be able to apply for withholding would be to ask someone to put you in deportation, which would be a stupid thing to do.
Oh.
You can't just file for withholding. Withholding is a defense to deportation. So if you quit playing with trashy people and found someone that you actually loved and they applied for you for a green card, that's a whole different story than what you've got cooking so far. But withholding, I mean, if we looked up the approval rate of withholding, I bet it's like 1% of cases.
Okay, there's no need of me going through that route, right?
That would be very stupid.
Okay. Okay.
So you got to
Okay.
come. This is a bad plan. You need a new plan.
Okay. So so what's the plan now that can be able to help me now?
Like I said, I mean, they're going to be super suspicious of you, right? You're from Nigeria. You didn't go to school for long. You were out of status. You married a lady who had a child with a child molester and who got deported. And she never filed for an immigration benefit for you. So the next time you get married, they're going to think you're just doing this to try to get out of your bad deportation situation. So this is a very serious situation. So your only shot is to have a real marriage, but even a real marriage, I don't know. This would be a very hard case to get approved, even if you fell in love with someone tomorrow and it was 100% real marriage. They've seen this story before. The only wrinkle in your story that's different than other stories is that your dad died. Other than that, it's a it's a Nigerian who come on a non-immigrant visa, got out of status and married a U.S. citizen, and now it would be two U.S. citizens. Okay.
So would I go back to her to start afresh for the process? Is it possible?
With her?
Yeah. Just what I want to know. Should I go back to her so that she can fight for me?
Dude, I no, I can't. I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say get divorced and see what happens. Hang out. Know that ICE could come get you tomorrow. But if you meet someone and it's a real marriage and not just to get you a green card, they're going to be so suspicious of you. I think you've really got to start thinking about going home because you got nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to go back home. That's why I wanted to see if withholding could have be able to help me to get something like work permit or whatever to be here.
Like I said, withholding's probably a 1% approval, and it's only when you're in deportation. So I don't think that's a route that's going to give you much relief. Plus, why do you fear going back to Nigeria?
Probably, yeah. My
Why?
state in Nigeria now is in turmoil now. They're killing people, youths, and everywhere now. So it's a problem there now. I can't go back there for now. There's a lot of conflicts there now. So that's
Peter,
why I can't go back.
I'm gonna get going, man. Good luck.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
See you, buddy. All right, later. Yeah, withholding is like asylum, but for people that filed it late, and it doesn't do much other than keep you from getting deported. It gets you a work card, but that's about it. But it's got to be a legit case, and it can't just be because your marriage to a serial marrier didn't work out. Zirgal's here. What's up, Zirgal?
Hi, how you doing, Mr. Jim?
I'm
Thank you
great. How
for
are you
having
doing?
me here.
Sure.
Good, good, thank you. So basically, I have a question about Chicago field office.
Okay.
And the long story short, I came here in 2013 as a J1 visa, and I changed for the tourist visa for 1 year. And since it's expired, we applied to the asylum. And since then, I didn't had any update on until 2016, I guess. And until that time, I changed my. I was in Baltimore City, and I relocated to Chicago since my work was there. I'm a truck driver, and multiple companies located in Chicago, so that was good location for me. And they called me for an interview, and I went there back to. I think it was in Alexandria, Virginia, and they sent my case to the Chicago office. Since then, I didn't hear anything back. And meanwhile, I got married to Citizen, and we have two kids, and third one's coming up on March. So, and we applied for the adjustment of status, which is I-485 and I-130. and my time is already expired. It's been 2 years since we waiting, and I sent the request for evidence on April. I replied them for medical. I applied them, and they receive it on May. So basically since May, I did not hear anything back, and right now is my time is showing that it's out of normal processing time. So what can I do?
So just I want to back up a couple questions. When your mic shorted out, first you were on a J1,
Yes.
and then what'd you switch to before applying for asylum?
To the tourist visa.
Okay, on the J1, do you know about Rule 212E? Were you subject to Rule 212E?
No, I did not.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what I
No,
mean?
no.
Okay. So when you came on your J1, did you come for work and travel, or did you come for like a scholarship?
Work and travel. Yes, work and travel.
Okay. Do you still have your DS 2019?
I think I have it somewhere in the
And
home.
do you still have your visa?
Um, yes, I do.
Okay, so you need to look on both of those documents. On the DS 2019 in the bottom left-hand corner, it'll
Hmm.
say Zirgal is subject to Rule 212E, or it'll say Zirgal is not subject to Rule 212E.
Hmm.
That's the rule that says you have to go back home for 2 years. Have you ever heard about that?
No, sir.
Okay. So that's a big issue right now. So if I were your lawyer, the first thing I'd want to see is your DS 2019. And I'm not your lawyer, but if you wanted to send it to me tomorrow, I can look and tell you whether you're subject to it, because that'll keep you from being able to get a green card based on marriage, okay?
Hmm.
Without a waiver. Okay, so that's issue number one. Issue number two, your asylum case,
Hmm.
did it get sent to the immigration court or not? I couldn't tell.
No, it wasn't. They just told me that since I moved to the Chicago, my case will be relocated to Chicago. And since 2016, I didn't hear anything back from the USAS, anything.
So as far as we know, your asylum case is still at either the Arlington Field Office Asylum Office or the Chicago Asylum Office,
I have no idea.
but one of those two places.
Yes, one of the two places.
Okay. And so after your interview, you married a U.S. citizen and you have two kids and one on the way.
Yes,
And your spouse filed the I-130 and the 485 together.
yes.
Okay.
We filed it together.
Yeah.
On 2022, January 3rd.
So now it's exactly 2 years. 2 years from today.
Yes,
2 years.
yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So you should send me an email when we get off the call and say, my name's Yurgal. I was on the show. I need to sue the Chicago field office. If we sue them, your case will get moving in about a month or two.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I think that should be it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Send us over that email. We'll get started. Okay.
Okay. I will send it today later on.
Okay. Bye, Yurgal.
Thank you.
Safe
Thank you.
travels.
Appreciate it.
Yep, for sure. All right. That was Yurgal. Let's talk to Ted. Hello, Ted.
I just have a really quick question. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you just fine. Thanks.
I have a really quick question. My wife, who's not a U.S. citizen, we filed after getting married the full set of forms, the advance parole, work permits, all that. We filed 130 electronically and then concurrently filed everything right after.
Yeah.
About 4 months after filing, or about 4 to 6 months after filing, we got a request for evidence. Something with my 864 wasn't done correctly, so we just resubmitted that.
Right.
We got the work permit about 6 months after we filed the documents. Now we're just waiting for the advanced parole. Is there any way to speed up the advanced parole? Like if my father's having a big birthday coming up and we'd like to travel somewhere, I'd like to be able to travel anywhere outside the country. Is there any way to speed up the advanced parole process without stirring things up?
When did you file the overall case?
In May of last year, so about 8 months ago.
And when did she receive the work card?
The work card about 3 months ago, I'd say. 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I'd say.
When she filed, was she in status or was she out of status?
Well, how do I say this? She was out of. That's a good question, because what she did is we met, we started dating. She decided to stay longer in the United States and filed for an extension. and then was still waiting for the extension, but withdrew her extension in order. Once we got married, she withdrew her extension. So, if that makes sense, we extended her.
She was on a tourist visa.
She was on a tourist visa, then filed for I-539 extension. That was never heard back from them, but then we ended up withdrawing that when she got married.
Okay, and then how much time did it take between when they issued you the RFE and when you replied to it?
It was maybe a month.
Okay, and then if you had an interview, what field office would it be?
Honolulu.
Okay.
I don't think. I think we have pretty good documentation of everything.
Yeah. Oh, did you submit her medical results with it when you filed?
Yeah, submitted with it too right away.
So I think most likely you're going to get the green card before you ever get the advanced parole. Hardly anybody gets advanced parole anymore unless the cases really take a long time. So, I mean, the only way I know to get advanced parole fast is to sue them, but I don't know if you want to spend $5,000 to try to speed up the advanced parole.
And obviously, unless it's an emergency, but this is not an emergency. Is there a way? Does the RFE, the request for evidence that we got, does that put us back to the back of the line and slow?
Not the back of the line, but it does delay everything. I think double. So if it takes you a month, then it's 2 months longer that it takes.
Okay, so it only takes two. It's not like if you got the RFE 6 months in, then it's going to take another year from the 6 months. Then okay.
No. I think you're okay, but I don't know if you're going to be able to go to Dad's birthday.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ted. See you, buddy. All right. Honolulu. Haven't heard from Hawaii in a while. That's always nice. Hey, our buddy Tio Marco's here. What's up, Tio?
Tio Jim.
How you doing, man?
Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah. Su español es muy bueno. No, just a little bit. We have to talk to Julia, okay?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Just a quick question to you, Jim. By any chance you are hiring on the Washington, D.C. office?
Not really. We're not. I mean, we have people all over the country. What do you got? What were you thinking?
Maybe you can consider my resume, and I live in New York, near Washington, D.C., and I can apply for any position that you have open.
Well, send it over to me. We might not have something right now, but we might have something in the future. Send it over to me.
Not a problem.
That'd be great.
Perfect. I really appreciate you, Jim.
That's it, Marco. Thanks, buddy.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you later. Yep.
Okay.
Later.
Have a good one. Bye.
Our friend Marco. Gotta love the hustle. He's a good dude. Abdul is here. Oh, I love it when people are laying down and they call. How you doing, Abdul?
Salam alaikum. Yeah, I'm doing good.
You got your shirt and coat on. Usually people do that with no shirt on. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm getting ready to go outside.
All right.
That's my first time in the show. Long time listener.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. I have 2 quick questions. First, I've been granted asylum 2 years ago. Now I would like to apply for my I-485.
Great.
Then I'm getting a little bit confused about the address to send. I live in New York City. Yeah, I would like to send the I-485 and the I-131.
Well, you don't need the I-130.
I-131 for travel document.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about the address online.
Okay, so the address of the 485 governs. And I'm pulling up the instructions now. Let me see if I can share them on screen, and we'll figure it out together, okay?
All right, thank you.
Sure. So, page 17. Where to file. So then we have to click on. It's so great. They make you click on like 8 forms. No wonder you're confused about where to file. Where to file. God damn, they make you click all over God's green earth. All right, so Asylum, if you live in New York, you're going to file at the I would send it by Federal Express to the Elgin lockbox. Can you see it here on my screen?
Yes.
Right here. So this one in FedEx. So attention NFB box 4115 2500 Westfield Drive, Elgin, IL 60124.
Okay. No problem. So that's for I-485. What about the I-131? Same thing or?
You just included in that same packet. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I already got I-131 before. Like I said, I've been granted 2 years ago. I get one I-131. I go outside and come back. Can I include the second I-131? So that will be fine.
Yes, you can. For sure.
Okay, so that means like
let me make sure I understand what you're asking. You're asking me, Jim, I got advanced parole as an asylee before. Now that I'm applying for a green card, can I apply for a new advanced parole based on the fact that I have a pending 45?
Yes, not pending, but like together.
Well, concurrent, yeah.
Yes.
So the answer to that question is yes, you can, and yes, you should, because that's a good question. If you had advanced parole as an asylee and then applied for a green card and then left on your advanced parole that you got for asylum, I think your green card might have been deemed abandoned. So absolutely file for that too, okay?
Yeah, because I didn't apply for the green card before. Just I was using my private document. Yeah, that's my first one. Okay, perfect. So my second question for some friends. They applied for asylum like 2014, 2015. I have a few friends that applied for asylum.
Yeah.
Now, they went to the like immigration official. They get denied. They refer them to the immigration court.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to go like in 2020, 2021, but because of the COVID, they got postponed, right? Then since then, they don't have a date. It's been 3 years, more than 2 years. They don't have another date for court date.
They have no court date at all.
It's been more than 3 years. Some 3 years, some more than 3 years.
So if they call the 1-800 number, there's no pending court date. It just says you're not.
No, that's not. They check everything. So my question is that there is anything they can do to just wait.
I think that's it. They're still able to renew their work cards?
Yes.
I think that's all they got. Yep.
All right. That's so frustrating. All right. Thank you so much, Jim. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Abdul. See you, buddy. All right. Anya and Lewis are here. Hello, Anya and Lewis.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking us. I promise we're on the bed, but no shirts off.
Okay. That's all right. It's all good. How you guys doing?
Good. So I just proposed to my girlfriend, so my fiance now.
Right now?
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Nice. Hot off the presses, news flash. How about that? All right.
We're a long distance relationship. She lives in Switzerland. I live in the United States. Mm-hmm. I live near New York. I'm in Connecticut currently. And so we've been together for 1.5 years. So if I were to marry her and she has her tourist visa, which she currently has, is it J1, baby?
No, B1.
B1. She has a B1 visa.
B2.
If we were to get married, would that prevent her from returning to the United States?
To visit?
To visit?
So the big question always is, whenever we have this scenario with like freshly engaged or married couple, right? There's always competing interests. Like, does she want to go back to Switzerland now, or does she want to stay here the whole time?
Go back to Switzerland.
Okay. So once do you have an actual visa, or do you come on ESTA?
No, I have a B1, B2 visa. I used to be a flight attendant, so I got a C1D visa, and they gave me a B1, B2 visa
as well.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah, she's a unique case being from Europe and getting a B1, B2.
When was the last time that you entered on was this the first time you entered on a B1, or have you done it before?
No, I got the B1, B2 2019, and I used it a couple times since then.
Okay. And when did you enter on this last trip, the trip you're here now?
We're not in the U.S. right now.
Oh, you're outside the U.S. We're traveling right now, but last time was what, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Okay. So you got engaged outside the United States?
Yeah.
Correct. So is your plan to do a fiance case or a spouse case?
Spouse, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So there's sort of 3 ways to do it. One is
you could do a fiance case, which is you could go back tomorrow, Lewis, and apply for her. And then you got to wait for that to process with USCIS for about a year. And then it gets set to the State Department. And then you're probably talking 4 or 5 months at the embassy in Switzerland, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, to get the fiance visa. Then once she comes, you would get married and apply for a green card. That's option number one. Option number two is wherever you are right now, you go figure out how to get married. And Lewis, you come back to the United States and get married. Or the next time that Anya comes to the United States, you wait 60 days after she lands and apply, and then she goes back, right? Because if she got married before that, that's a problem for us.
So I simply propose, we haven't done any paperwork in this country.
Yeah.
If we were to go back to the United States and we were to do the official ceremony or paperwork there, and she leaves, would that be a problem?
No, but I wouldn't want her to get married within 60 days of arrival. If she's going back home, it'd be okay if she did, but I generally wouldn't want her to do that. You could do that. If somebody comes and usually, like, I'm always very worried about people getting married in the first 60 days because that can technically be deemed to have been immigrant intent, and we don't want that because she's moving on a non-immigrant visa. But in those rare situations where the person comes, hangs out for a week or two, gets married, and leaves right away, and then you file what we call an I-130 away, where you're going to consular process.
Yeah.
That's never become an issue for me, right? So the issue is if she comes and 2 weeks later gets married and applies for a green card. That's the problem.
Oh, I see. But she's planning on leaving. Yeah, she's planning on leaving.
She's got to work and stuff.
Well, so yeah, she's finishing her classes in May. So she works and studies. There's like an apprenticeship program in Switzerland. Anyway, she's working and she's studying, but we're hoping to live together between 6 and 8 months. So
later, just as soon as we have it.
As soon as we have it, right? As soon as we can get the paperwork, we want to live together. But yeah, she needs to go back. She needs to work, and then et cetera, et cetera.
Right. So it's going to take, I mean, start to finish, even if everything goes well, from if you applied right after you got married and she went back home, you're talking a year and a half for her to get the visa. Now, in answer to your question, do I think once the I-130 is on file, and once you're married and the I-130 is on file, do I think she'll be able to come visit on the visit visa? I do, but I would say do that as little as possible. So maybe one entry over the course of that year and a half, after the next trip. I would say, Lewis, you go visit her more for this time period, because every entry is a potential for mischief from CBP. Like if they get word that you're married or whatever, then they could revoke her visa. And then, that could cause problems at the embassy when she goes to apply for the immigrant visa, which is the whole shoot and match.
Okay. Understood. So it's not it's better to apply for a fiancé visa is kind of what I'm hearing, or no, not really. Sorry, she's done more research than I have on this. I need to be a little bit more educated on this.
You're doing fine. Yeah. So what, let's do this. This is another question I always ask. So let's assume that we're all past all this stuff, right? Let's say it's 2 years from now and she has her green card. Is it your guys' intention for her to live most of the time in the United States?
Yes.
Okay.
Initially, yeah. I mean, within 3 to 5 years, initially to live in the United States.
Well, see, that's why I asked, because sometimes people apply for the green card too early, right? Sometimes people apply for the green card too early, in that they get it earlier than they really want it, and then they're sort of stuck in the United States, because once she gets it, you're not going to want her to have any trips more than 6 months outside the United States. And if she wants to get her citizenship, you want her to have half her time in the United States. Just something to think about.
I think that's accurate, right? Yeah, she'll probably be staying with me more than half the time.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
Cool. Do we have any other questions?
Like eventually move to Switzerland.
Yeah, well, that's a different immigration process. Once we're married, she has her green card at least.
And so what I would say about that is, so I'll tell you a quick story. So so my kids went to Montessori, and our friend was the Montessori teacher. She was an American citizen, and her husband was from New Zealand. He had been here for a really long time on a green card, and they were getting ready to move back permanently to New Zealand. So I begged him. I said, hey, can you apply for your citizenship and get it before you go back home? So what I would say is, if there's going to be a good chunk of time, 3 years, where the two of you are in the United States, maximize that time with her in the United States, get her citizenship, and then you guys can go live in Switzerland for 30 years and come back whenever you want.
Understood. Okay, so green citizenship is obviously better than green card. If she just has a green card, it could cause problems. We then move to Switzerland.
Yeah, it's just more of a hassle.
Okay. One other question I have is we currently live in the Vermont office, right? In that region of operating. And my understanding from reading online and the CBP website is that they're one of the fastest offices in terms of processing times currently. Is that true?
I don't believe anything they say about processing times. I don't. Every case is different. So I think the better question is, if my wife is from Switzerland, is my case going to go faster than most people? And the answer to that question is yes. So whether it's Vermont or California, it doesn't really matter. You don't get to pick. So I don't spend much time thinking about it. And I've had cases from allegedly fast service centers go very slowly, and I've had cases at slow service centers go very quickly. So every case is different. That's more important.
Since she's from a country where there's not as many scrutinies on the application, it will go faster, is what you're kind of saying?
So. Mm-hmm.
Okay, understood. Awesome. Good to hear.
One more.
Go for it.
So if we get married and file for this spousal visa, when I come visit once, should I bring like a work contract so I can prove that I still have work in Switzerland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't hurt. Yeah. And you know, if they ask you any questions, you just be honest about whatever they ask you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Happy
Thank
4th.
you.
Yep. That's fun.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Later. I don't know if we've ever gotten a call the day after somebody got engaged before. That's pretty exciting. That makes it fun. All right. All right. We got on behalf of a friend. What's up on behalf of a friend?
Hey, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. Long time listener. Very, very long time listener.
Awesome. Thanks for watching.
All right. On behalf of my friend, so he got to the US through IOM, and that was like 8 years ago. He's in 30 now.
Okay.
He's about to apply for his N400, but he got involved in an accident that led to injury, but he ended up in the court dismissed.
Was he drunk?
No. It's just basically the pedestrian crossed when it's red sign, and he hit her, and she is like a court and lawyer and everything. But after all, they dismissed.
You mean like
anything?
There was a criminal case and a civil case, or just a civil case, or what?
No, just civil case.
Just civil. So he just like they sued him for money.
Exactly, but
Did he get a ticket?
Dismissed.
Did he get a ticket?
No ticket. Just the court.
Okay. Make sure about the ticket. Usually, when there's an accident like that, somebody gets a ticket. So just check on that. But okay. So when did this happen?
That was I got his record here. That was all right. Collision involved personal injury. That was 2018. Okay. So now he is applying for citizenship. And of course, have you ever been arrested? That would be yes.
Why?
The other question is,
where's the arrest? You didn't mention you said arrested.
Oh, I mean, no, he wasn't. I'm talking about the question about been arrested, cited, or detained.
Yeah, but then you said yes.
The answer to that question, yes.
Why?
Isn't it?
No. Why?
But he got some speed ticket too.
So that's a citation. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
But I thought you were saying about this accident when he didn't get a ticket. Okay. So
all right.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained? He has speeding tickets, and okay. All right. Yep.
Yes. The other question is, have you ever been charged with attempted to commit a crime or offensive? Is that yes or no?
About the accident?
Yes.
If he wasn't charged, then the answer is no.
But isn't the court is like some kind of...
So that's why I asked, is it civil or criminal? If it's civil, that's not a charge. If it's criminal, in a lot of countries, like if you get in an accident,
Yeah.
Like that's criminal and civil. But here in America, civil is if like the insurance company sues you to get their money back or something, or if they sue you to get your insurance money. But unless a prosecutor charges or a police officer cites you or a prosecutor charges you with a crime and you actually go to court and have to go in front of the judge, that's a charge.
No, I think it's the first one you mentioned.
Yeah.
Because even there was a police car was there, and the police officer saw everything, and he was actually a witness beside my friend. Anyway,
he
so
didn't have to go to the judge, so he wasn't charged.
Dismissed. This is what he told me.
I mean, now to me, just so you know, if this friend of yours came into my office, I would not take his word for it. I would say, because people don't understand. I would say, where did this happen? This happened in Sarasota County, Florida. Then I would send the letter to Sarasota County, Florida with an authorization from him to get the police report or there's got to be a police report and all that stuff.
Of course, I told them to bring that police report, but I'm just saving time. I'm talking to you first.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been charged or offensive? That's a no. All right. The other thing is, he did not register for selective service.
Okay. How old was he?
He got to the U.S., I would say, when he was 24, 23.
So when did he get his green card? How old was his green card?
Same, it's IOM. So they gave him first permit what they call it, work authorization, and then after 6 months he got his green card, and his green card said permanent residence the day he got here.
And how old was he on that day? He was under 26?
Yes.
So that means he has to.
He's in 30 now, so I don't know.
That means he should have registered, right? So
he should have.
So when he applies for citizenship, he's going to want to include an affidavit in there, which is a sworn thing where he says, "My name is Abdullah. I am from Mosul, Iraq. I came to the United States on IOM. I entered the United States on January 10th, 2015. When I entered in January 10th, 2015, I did not know that I needed to register for the selective service. If I knew that I had to register for selective service, I would have registered. I love this country. I would never skip following the law unless I made a mistake. I only did that because I didn't know the law. I'm sorry about that, and I hope that it will be forgiven, and they'll forgive it."
This one has to be a written
statement under oath, signed in front of a notary. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. So the third thing is he got a ticket in 2020. Let me see. That's a $700 ticket.
Oh.
Yes, in 2023, which is like less than 9 months ago.
What was it for?
He passed police car speeding. So yeah.
So let's just look at the whole thing.
Exactly. This is what I need your opinion.
So you told me. So first of all, is this guy from Iraq or Afghanistan?
Iraq.
Okay. So, my wife is from Egypt. I became Muslim 30 years ago. Most of my clients are from Muslim countries or Arab countries. And we have to acknowledge that they always make it harder for Arab men to get an immigration benefit. That's number one. Number two, even though the hardest way to get to the United States is through IOM as a refugee, even though that takes 4 or 5 years, there are people inside of USCIS who think that this person wasn't properly inspected and vetted and checked out, right? We just sort of gave him a green card because we felt like letting all these Iraqis in and giving them green cards, right? So in a way, USCIS says this is the first time we've ever gotten a chance to talk to old Abdullah, right?
True. Yeah.
So they hold it to a higher standard. Now we look at it and we know that you said Abdullah has speeding tickets. You said Abdullah got in an accident in a crosswalk, which in theory involved somebody going too fast, even if it wasn't his fault. And then we got a big ass $700 speeding past a cop ticket.
True. Less than a year ago.
Last year, yeah.
His only concern is, will they deport him?
Oh no, they're not going to deport him. No. Mm-mm.
All right, that's his only. I told him, if you want to try, go ahead and try. I'm gonna ask some questions on behalf
When
of
you
you.
say, other than this $700 ticket, is that the only speeding ticket, or are there other ones?
I would say the regular ones, like a camera.
Like how many?
Stuff. I got his record here. All right, he got the accident one, 18.
Yeah, and Robert's right. Plus, he didn't register for selective service.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
like
another thing.
There's a phrase in America. I don't know if you've ever heard about this. It's called death by 1,000 cuts. So it's not that somebody stabbed you in the heart. It's that they cut you here, they cut you here, they cut you here, they cut you here. Yeah.
True. So he got like, I would say 4, as if right now I counted. But all it says here, I don't know what type of it. All it says is, how do you read that? It's 7-1. 7-1, paper license issued for a specific period of time. It's probably license registration stuff, or I don't know. He got 4 of it.
4 of those?
Yes.
So to me, I've seen this denial notice. I've seen this denial notice before, and the way that it looks is basically, you ain't following the rules, brother, and you got to be a person of good moral character. I think it's a BS denial, but I think it might get denied.
I see.
I think you might want to, and it's funny. Robert says, I think, sort of joking, he needs to get a driving course, but I think what he needs is to have like a good 3, technically 5 would be great. If he had 5 years of a clean driving record, to slow down and show that he wants to fly. I mean, they'll forgive this shit later. Whether they forgive it right now, I don't know.
Yeah, he's just concerned in case Trump get into the office, and then bye-bye. Yeah.
Well, no, Trump's not going to do anything. Here's what I would say. He probably, if he wants to do this, he probably should have a lawyer present the case very tight and practice with him and get him ready. And like he needs to go in there like, oh, I'm really sorry. I've learned my lesson.
Yes.
I applied. I've been going really slowly since I got that $700 ticket driving past the cop, right? So
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
So, but you said they won't deport him for such issues.
No.
Great. All right. I'm gonna tell him to try it if he wants.
Yeah, let him decide. But like I said, 1,000 cuts. Thanks for the call.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm sorry. Thanks for the time. Bye.
Bye. Man, we've had some good calls today, haven't we? Some good calls today. Lots of good stuff. I get to talk about some of my favorite things. This is the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. Juli, what time are we doing a show tomorrow? Wait, hold on. I'm doing it early. No, I'm not doing it at 4. Too late. I'm going to do it at, hold on. I put something on the calendar. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do something tomorrow too. Yeah, so we're going to do the show tomorrow at 3:30 tomorrow. 3:30 tomorrow we'll do the show. So a little bit early so I can get out of here. Hang out with my boys before they go back to school. All right. We've had a lot of people waiting. Yusuf was waiting yesterday. I'm going to hit him, and then I'll go to Wael. All right, Yusuf. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi, Yusuf.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing, man? I know that smile. I know that
great.
smile.
Yesterday, I come on the show. I was waiting too long.
Sorry. How's Fatuma?
Fatuma, she's good.
Good. What's up? What can I help you with?
I want to ask you the question about nowadays visa bulletin.
Yeah.
Is this a good news for moving for final action date, priority date?
I don't know. You check it more often than I do. I haven't checked lately. I don't think anything's moved.
Oh, we are waiting for interview appointment almost nearer to 1 year. I wonder it.
I know.
Why is it getting too late?
It's just because they're not moving anything.
Okay. This year is it moving? We are assuming is it moving or not?
Inshallah, we'll see. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I was asking if you have any information about that.
No, I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything lately. Thanks, Yusuf.
Thank you.
See you, buddy. Tell Fatuma I said hi.
Okay, but
Can't you see Fatuma in his face? They do. They look just like, they must be twins or something. Wa'il's here. Hello, Wa'il.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I'm great, buddy. How you doing?
Good. I'm good. Assalamu alaikum. How's your teeth?
Good. It's good. I mean, I had my tooth pulled 48 hours ago, and it's fine.
Okay. Very good. Okay. I have talked to you before, like 2 years back. Well, my visa was stuck on the embassy, and that's all gone now. And I've got my green card, me and my family, on EB2 visa.
Awesome.
We already landed to the United States. We stayed there like 8 or 9 months. And then I had to go back to my home for humanitarian reasons for my daughter. My daughter is disabled and she needs special care, and which I couldn't find in the United States in the first few months I stayed there. So I have to go back to home country, and I filed the I-131 travel document permission.
Re-entry permit for everybody.
For everybody, yes.
Okay, good.
For me and my wife and the four kids, 6. So I paid the fees. I applied for the form for the permission, the travel document. However, I left the United States after I just applied for it, done the biometric, and just left the United States without they take a decision on this form. And I intend. Because the processing time for this travel document, the normal processing time typically takes 15 months, as per the USCIS website. So now I'm outside the United States. I will not be back to the United States before like 15 months or 16 months after my departure in last June.
That's not good.
Is there any problem?
Yeah, big problem. You got to come back.
When
did you
every
leave?
6 months?
Yeah, every 6
months.
months.
I left in June. I left in July 2023. This July, last July.
So everybody should come back right now if you want to keep your green cards.
Okay, but I'm already applying for the one I-131.
Do you have it?
I'm just applied.
So do you have it?
I have what?
You don't have it, right?
The travel document? No, they didn't process it yet.
So it's as if you never applied for it. I know you applied for it, but you can't. I mean, I know you got to take care of your daughter, but do you care about your green card?
Of course.
Is the green card, other than your children, like the most important thing?
My grandson is already in grade 12 and should be in the university next year. Should apply for the university. So I have to come back to the United States by next year. So in all cases, I'm coming back to the United States. But the gap will be more than 1 year.
Right. So okay. So let's say you come back September of this year. So you've been gone 14 months. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
And what if they let you in and put you in removal and say you haven't really been residing here? We're going to take away your residency. What do you? And you're in deportation. Then what do you do?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Would that be fun?
No, of course not.
And you waited a long time for your green card, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I think you need to be a little bit more diligent about making sure that you keep it.
So what is the worst case scenario?
The worst case scenario is they don't let you in, they revoke your green card. Or
they will revoke your green card and let me in to file to meet a judge or to file a case.
I've seen it both ways. And
just at the airport, I can just deport it at the airport itself.
You have to assume the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Which
is this case?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So to maintain it, I have to go back every 6 months for like a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you don't recommend I take the risk until next September?
I would never ever tell you to take that risk. There's no way in hell I would ever say that. Because I can't guarantee that you're going to keep your green card, and to me, that's the most important.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thanks, Wao.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye, buddy. See ya. Let's see if we can get to Roro. What's up, Roro?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. So I have a quick question. I've been in the U.S. From February of 2022. And when I came with my 2 kids, and we were all on B1, B2.
Yes, ma'am.
And I then got married, but then the marriage didn't work out and it became abusive. And then, as it is right now, I am a self-petitioner under Vawa.
Yeah.
So one of my daughters, she's a little person, and the basis pretty much of the abuse stemmed around her. And at some point, she was like a bit suicidal, and she decided that she didn't want to be here in America. She didn't want to live in the house with my husband and I, and she left, and she went back to Africa. And she left before she had overstayed her 6 months.
How old is she?
She is, well, now she's 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was filing for my vow, my oldest daughter, she had gone back home to Africa, and there was
that daughter or a different daughter?
The same daughter I was telling you about.
Yeah.
She had gone back to Africa, and there was only myself and the younger one, who both were listed on my VAWA as beneficiaries.
Mm-hmm.
And the younger one I filed for, but I did not file anything for the older one.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward to today, I do have my EAD, and my youngest daughter has her EAD, and my oldest daughter, the first one I referred to, she was not doing so well in Africa as well. So then I made a decision to bring her back.
Yeah.
So she came back on her same B1, B2, and she was admitted in. So now the thing is, she doesn't want to go back to Africa. So my question, sorry, I had to give you a rundown. My question is, what can I do? Do I have to then do consular processing for her, or can I do an adjustment for her, or how will I work it out? And take in mind that she was just listed as a beneficiary. Even on my prima facie, she's listed, but I have nothing else filed for her.
Is the 360 still pending?
Yes, it is.
Hasn't been approved?
No.
Roro, I don't know the answer to your question, but if you send me everything, I'll look it over and I'll tell you what to do.
Okay, so
I won't charge you for that. Just send it over to me and I'll tell you what the game plan should be. Just because I don't know.
Okay. Thank you for pinning your. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
I haven't had that happen before. Where it's funny. Somebody else asked me about this though about a week or two ago. So I can talk to some of the people here in the office. I frankly haven't done a ton of I-360s, so okay. I don't know the exact answer, but that's something we can figure out how to add her.
Okay. All right. Final question. Also, I do have an attorney, but I'm not so happy with my attorney, and I'm done with making payments to my attorney. So probably I can talk to you about that, but I would like to engage another attorney to probably see me through to the end of the process. Okay.
That daughter, the oldest daughter, she's now 19.
She's now 19, yes, and she's here. She came back to the U.S. in November. So in short, right now she's been here from November.
And she was under 18 at the time that you married the person that became abusive, right?
Yes, she was under 18.
All right, cool. Yeah, send me an email, write it all out. Give me a timeline if you could, and then we'll go and attach your documents, and then I'll look at it over the weekend, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right, thanks, Aurora.
Thanks, Jim.
Have a good day.
Bye. You too.
Okay, bye. All right, well, she seemed nice, didn't she? That seems like a good place for us to stop. Tomorrow, stay tuned for when we're going to do it. I might do it at 3, might do it at 3:30, might do it at 4, might do it at 2. So the best way to know when I'm going to do that damn show tomorrow, and that will be the last show of the week. Although, actually, no, take that back. I'm going to do a show this weekend because there's no show on Monday. So I will do a show probably Saturday around 11 or something. I don't know. We'll see. But, you need to get on that text line. So drop the word show, text the word show to 314-470-3300. Also, the Nornator is trying to get up to, we are at, let's see, we're at 93. Let's see. We are at 93.7 followers on TikTok, and we're at 849,000 likes. That's hard to believe. We're going to hit, I wonder if we'll hit 1 million likes first or 100,000 followers. Either one will be pretty awesome. So that's at Immigration Hacking. Noor's in charge. Sign up, subscribe, follow me. Give me some ideas. Ask me questions. Send me text. It's all good stuff. Why Hori says at 2 o'clock, please. Why Yassine, I'll do my best. Might be at 2, but we're taking requests. Thanks, everybody. And like I said, we'll do a show this weekend. That's it for today's show. I appreciate